Looks like evil's back. Suck on that, Harpo.
Hi, I'm Susan Leighton with Thatsmyetv, and I'm sitting here with Bruce Campbell of Ash vs. Evil Dead. So this season, season 3, it's all about the mythology of Ash.
A lot of it, yeah.
Sometimes people have an innate feeling that they're destined to do something more. Do you think he had those thoughts?
No, but I think he thinks weird crap is happening, and why is it happening to him? I don't think he's put the whole thing together. He can't reconcile that he's got a place in some weird mythology. He fights it the whole time. Fights it a lot this season, because he's like, why me? Leave me alone. I just want to retire. You know, watch porn and drink cheap beer. It's, he doesn't want this. But greatness is thrust upon us sometimes. So there you go.
Okay.
That's the thrust of the season. Ash living up to the test, because the demons are testing the mettle of man. According to Sam Raimi, and according to demonic lore, every 1,000 years, they're going to rise and test the mettle of the average man, not the best man. They're going to see where the good in mankind is in its lowest common denominator and see if they can beat it. And if they can beat it, they're going to walk the earth for 1,000 years. So it's up to the average schlub, and therein lies the rub, because he's a schlub.
How is your feelings on Dalton and the Knights of Sumeria?
Well, I call them like the Knights of Columbus at some point. I don't even know what they're talking about. And why are you kneeling all the time? Because this guy's buying into the mythology. Kelly has enlisted a group of these people who are also they want to come and fight. They're freedom fighters. And I think it's all a bunch of crap. Get off my property, you know, don't touch my stuff. He doesn't really trust him, but Dalton does come to prove himself. So there's a good little arc for him.
Well, when I talked with Ray last year, he said that you two have something between you. When something absurd happens, you look at each other and laugh.
It's not even absurd. It can be anything. We will periodically, throughout any given day, first thing up in the morning, we'll be having a cup of coffee, we'll look over, we'll just start laughing. We'll be in the middle of a fight scene and cut. We'll look over, we'll just start laughing. Long day, horrible day, everyone's miserable, been a lot of arguing, we'll look over, we'll just start laughing. So I don't do that with anybody else.
Well, when we last talked, we discussed that Ash having a daughter is a nightmare.
Good nightmare, good for the character.
And you get that Papa Bear instinct. And I think I remember you saying something that Ariel reminds you of your own daughter.
My daughter, yeah.
Did that help you?
It's horrifying. It was terrible. We had a couple scenes I couldn't get through, which is unusual for Ash. Ash is not known to be emotional or overprotective or sentimental or nervous or scared, like obviously, or worried. So he can do all that now.
With her, yes.
Yeah, because I imagine saying the same thing to my daughter. What if we're in a situation, what if we actually were? It's absurd, you know, to put her in this situation, but it helped work on scenes of like, what if this was my actual daughter? And I had to do this with her right now. How would that play out? How would that feel? It's terrible.
And especially with this year, I mean, there's so much new blood infused. And then you have Candy Bar that comes from out of nowhere, and Ash is like, listen, lady, I don't know boo about you. Yeah. And that whole montage scene with the Happy Jesus and Branson.
That's right.
I mean, that whole crazy thing, how'd that even happen?
Right, so what was happening is Ash's life is going pretty well. You know, he's gonna make money, he's got crowds, look at him, they love me, they love me. And then, of course, out of nowhere, his baby donor ex, whatever he would call his I guess his daughter's mother, shows up out of nowhere and punches him in the face. So it's a good start. Like first episode, it all falls off the tracks. That's what I like. We don't waste any time. It's all gonna go to hell quick.
Oh, it is.
And then it's gonna get worse and worse and worse.
Well, Bruce, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time.
I happen to be in the neighborhood, though.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, folks. I'm Bruce Campbell. That's my entertainment. What's yours?